Tonight, we trust a gnome with our technical setup. DM becomes an alchemist. Chloe almost forgets there's a lake in the way. Brianna's not sure what animal that came from. And I get in a fight with a mattress. Hello everyone! Hello and welcome to Totally Towable, the only car show on the internet where getting to Taco Bell and back is an adventure fraught with peril. Now, I want to start by talking about the art of moving. People move for all sorts of reasons. Because you don't have a job, because you don't like the job you have, or because you want to get as far away from anyone with your same last name as possible. The challenge our producers gave us was to escape the waterless money vortex that is the San Francisco Bay Area and move back to Colorado, the home state of myself, DM, and Chloe, and the place where Brianna is now stuck for the foreseeable future. To get there, we'd have to cross 4 states, multiple mountain ranges, and one of the biggest deserts in the world. And we'd have to do it with only the barely usable cars we had in our possession. But first, we had to cram everything that wouldn't fit into our already beleaguered vehicles into storage containers to be shipped to our final destination. We also decided to drive the entire route without sleeping, 26 hours in all. It was to be our biggest challenge of the year.
I feel good.
We're finished! It's amazing!
What do you say to allegations that we deflated some items in order to
There was no deflation. There was zero deflation. It was very cold this morning.
When you're putting together a championship team, it helps to have a group of people who've been there before, a core of veterans as it were. Now this is your 3rd or 4th move in as many months. Do you feel that your experience lent the team that veteran leadership it needed to succeed?
I try to be humble, but I feel like, there aren't a lot of people out there. There aren't a lot of movers out there that can fit as much shit as I can into a 1998 Toyota Camry. I mean, that's just fact. That's just a fact. And I've been doing that for a long time. And,
it's very good. Loresworn Order, ladies and gentlemen, very good at cramming big things into tight spaces. We'll talk to you later.
All right, back to work. So
it's not as easy as you think it is.
To explain this, we have to have some donations being picked up.
Oh, better idea. Spin it.
Oh, yeah.
So dumb.
that is what we call creative problem solving.
All right. Stop. We still have stuff upstairs. Go.
Okay.
Whatever coach says. Whatever
Go.
she says.
Go.
This is a 1998 Toyota Camry LE. It has a 2.2-liter 4-cylinder engine that can just barely make it up a slight incline when loaded with a ton of suitcases, comic books, and other junk. The driver door does not open from the outside, forcing me to get really good at yoga. And the radiator fan has been haphazardly wired to a perpetual on state as the only inexpensive solution to prevent constant overheating.
I drive a silver car. Yes, that is the technical term. Those dings you see are my anti-theft devices. Very great car. It gets me from point A to point B every single time. And I have a car monkey. Nobody else has a car monkey. So my car is obviously the best one in the whole caravan.
This is a 2000 Volkswagen Golf hatchback with a manual gearbox. The starter on this rusty turtle has been on its last wheel for a whole entire year, but I refuse to fix it because I can just roll start it. At 300,000 kilometers, signs of wear and tear are significant. So is the French writing all over this German car. This sincerely confuses the mechanics until they realize this car came from Canada.
Introducing the 1993 Mazda Miata with a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder engine designed to do just one thing: the speed limit. Boasting unreasonably good gas mileage, a busted passenger side mirror, and a driver's side lock that doesn't work, this beat-to-shit vehicle has been carrying me from point A to B for years. It may not go from 0 to 60 very fast, at all, but it always gets me where I need to go. And it has retractable headlights, which is boss.
No. One of you do it.
They both did it at the same time, so
it was
fine.
actually flawless. So
Yeah.
We're here in Colorado. Yay!
Finally! Makes me so
So,
nervous.
now we're here in Colorado. What are we going to do?
For a couple weeks.
we've got stuff to do, man. We got a website to build, we got a company to launch, and we got a book to put out there. And a book to write.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And another book to write in very rapid succession for that. We like our plates full, if you can't tell.
Very full.
Yep.
Very, very full.
The packing process was crazy.
Like a giant game of Tetris on an NES.
Our boxes were delivered and they all looked too small, and we all looked at them and were like, well, we're leaving lots of stuff.
Possibly one of the most profound, like, oh crap moments of my adult life was when those three were delivered.
Yes.
It turns out, like, the number one back-breaking item we had to move was not the dressers, was not the beds, was not the desks, was the box of the law school textbooks. Workout, bodybuilder workout with those sucks.
And our philosophy collection, and our fantasy collection.
A whole bunch of Dungeons & Dragons 3.5, which is about as Byzantine and incomprehensible as law school textbooks.
We need to talk about you locking your cars in the key.
Yeah. So I was out on the Florida Keys, and I accidentally locked all my cars in there. This fenced-in area. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
how we got there, we don't know. How we got back, we don't know either.
And I have locked my keys in the car. I have to be careful now. Once previously, and then so this was the second time, and of course it's on a road trip across 4 states.
Okay, we're making a pit stop.
But we made it all the way 45 minutes down the road.
Yes.
So we're voting on call signs for these things.
Yeah, which, moving tip number 1, walkie-talkies are great.
Yes.
Alright, so we are here at Lake Tahoe. We're gonna go on a walk. It's gonna be awesome, and then we're gonna get in the cars for like the longest drive of our entire life.
Please pull off my fiction, masses. Please pull off it much. That'd be really helpful. I have like dreams, ambitions, goals, things I want to do with my life. I want to entertain thousands of people.
Actually, beloved doesn't work as the verb form you were using, because be is
Step
a
into the light.
Prefix. What?
Can you tell he's my editor?
I was
criticizing.
I was going off on a linguistics rant, but then I got pushed into the.
No, that's what
blinding
she
rays
does.
of the
That's
sun,
what she
so.
does. She pushes.
This is important.
It is important. So was, however, getting my grammar corrected.
I'm
We spent
stopping.
like 6 months.
One
doing
might
that.
say.
I'm stopping. I'm stopping. Nobody cares about grammar.
Has been.
We're now walking away from the water, symbolically leaving California that has been our home for a while. Goodbye, California. We love you. Hello, Colorado. We're coming. But first there's the evil Nevada desert. So hopefully none of us die. Ready, set, go! Get in! Get in! Get in! Okay, now I get in. So our original idea had been to actually stream all of this as we were going, but then we realized we were going through the boonies and there's no way to stream anything in the middle of Nevada.
I mean, we made a plan. We stayed in Tahoe till like the early evenings to make sure that we would cross the worst of, the expanse of aridness that is Nevada and Utah at night. So at any point, if our cars were struggling or encountering some mechanical difficulties, you don't want old cars with mechanical difficulties out in 110 degree weather. Yeah. And we actually get caught in Utah in the heat of the day, except it wasn't hot at all.
Yeah,
no,
it was really actually quite mild.
Super nice.
And we drove all night for really no reason, considering how admirable our cars.
Nope.
So the moral of that story is check the weather.
Yeah, you can
it's
overplan.
On the internet now.
We're through Carson City. Since leaving Lake Tahoe, we have stopped 3 times. And...
they understand their clientele. They understand that nobody who is going to stop at that restaurant has ever heard of it before, because they're just passing through, and that's all they need to know is that there's good food.
We're currently commenting on the state of Carson City, which is the capital
0% chance of
beautiful Nevada.
So. It's almost like a rock, paper, scissors thing. Like the Romans basically got rid of spear formation infantry and switched over to sword and shield shock infantry, and they destroyed the Macedonians, and all the Greeks had been doing that for forever. And then that tradition ended when heavy cavalry started running over sword and shield infantry, and then heavy cavalry got beaten by bringing back polearms as the main infantry weapon. Yeah, and you gotta think sidearm tactics and range tactics played a huge role.
This is the conversation for about 10 minutes so far. It's great.
So it's freezing. We're in Eureka. And it kind of looks like nobody lives here. There's like a creepy, clangy bell.
Somehow, we made it through Nevada without being murdered to death in the night by the undead, but now found ourselves in a strange land called Utah that has petting zoos at their gas stations. After a quick nap, we decided to make for the Colorado border as quickly as possible.
There are some of the Rockies. We are about to cross over onto Colorado. Finally, Utah and Nevada have been really annoying.
At last, we found ourselves on the home stretch with only one small obstacle remaining in our way before our destination. Unfortunately, that small obstacle was called the Rocky Mountains, which, in fact, are not small in any way, shape, or form. I'm pretty sure some of the towns we passed through burned down like 100 years ago.
And they never bothered really putting them back up.
If we looked at online, it's like that town didn't exist. It was just a ghost of a town that exists out on the lonely US 50 highways.
And we went through a couple of like national parks and stuff. Some apparently gorgeous terrain.
It was very dark though, so we didn't see anything except for that one hill. There was one hill and it was lit up by cop lights. And they were like sweeping up and down the hill. Yeah. And there were about 16 cop cars.
We thought it was Burning Man at first, but we were a little too south for Burning Man.
We also realized that it wasn't big enough for Burning Man.
Yeah.
So to whoever was stuck out in the Nevada desert, we hope they found you.
Or if they were after you with their 16 cop cars and lights.
We hope they found
you. Tough break, man.
I started yelling at people on the road once we got to Denver. Because
Me
at that
too.
point, my whole body
too.
is shaking because my car vibrates a lot, and I'm shifting, and I'm trying to talk, and I'm just like, get out of my way, stop cutting me off, that type of thing.
Which is hilarious, because Colorado drivers don't actually cut you off like they do in California.
Colorado drivers drive like Canadians.
Well, that's also the PG version of what she was saying.
Colorado drivers drive like Canadians socialize. There's a lot of meekness and apologies. It's just like, I'm coming over. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry you were there. Now I'm going to slow down. Now I'm going to speed up. We're used to California where it's like, oh, I'm going to change 5 lanes right now.
And you have 2 inches in front of you? Oh, I'm taking
it's
2
on,
inches.
boy. I'm going to parallel park at 75 miles an hour.
There might be a car there now. I hope you're not there when I get the rest of the way over.
You better slow down, brah.
Yeah.
This will be substantially edited. Thank God.
The moral of this story is editing is good.
Long cuts are bad.
All right, and cut.
No, don't shoot me. Oh. Right. Seagull. There he goes.
I'm gonna get hate mail from hippies for that.
What's that?
I'm gonna get hate mail from hippies for that.
Well, why are you filming me? I wasn't doing that.